Lisa here, and I'm about to start my next session, my fourth session with my life coach, Mary. So I'll be calling her in the next half hour or so. I didn't end up doing a follow-up video to my last session. I had actually 2 weeks between these two sessions because I had a former appointment on the Thursdays that we do our calls, and it was good in a way because it gave me some time to actually really think about some things I needed to, what's the word? Some things that I needed to, I guess, reflect on, decide on. There's something in Wayne Cordero's book, Leading on Empty, called dials, and the concept is when you're an airline pilot, you may not always be able to see out the window and see where you're going, but you can always look at your dials and know where you're at. You can know how your fuel is, how high up in the air you are, your speed, all of those different things. And that we all have dials in our life. So one of my assignments was to actually figure out what those dials are and then give myself a grade on them and be honest with myself about both the positives and the negatives. So my dials ranged from everything from my spiritual life, spending time in the Word, to actually my health, my illness, how I'm coping with that, what I need to do, other health issues, relationships with friends, family meals was one of those things on the list. And I need to start doing some better planning and cooking, planning in advance, when to use the crock pot if I'm not going to be home during the day, and just sitting down at the table. So it was a wide range of things, from things that affected me personally to things that affect my son and my husband as well. And it was a really good idea. And I would encourage anyone to consider doing this, because it is a way that we actually can put down on paper what we're concerned about, what we're happy about, what we know in the back of our mind we should be doing but we haven't done yet. And it's a great way to be able to actually have something solid. I did see this week a statistic, and I can't remember it specifically offhand, so forgive me, but basically people who wrote down their goals were almost twice as likely to actually reach the goal as they were if they had set goals but not actually written them down on paper. So I can see why that is true. So I'm excited to talk to Mary. I think the last couple of weeks have been good. Last week was exceptionally good in the way that I just felt refreshed. Felt like I was being able to really prioritize my time with the Lord, and that everything else was just falling into place from that. Doesn't mean every moment was perfect. I also had a little bit of a cold, and that kind of carried over into this week. This week's been a little bit harder. I'm tired all the time, extremely tired, exhausted, a sore throat that comes and goes, other infections, and a long list of things to do. And then it's the week of Halloween, which around here means there's a different kind of costume party or dress-up party about every day, via Awanas, where my son dressed up like Joshua, to karate has a Halloween party, to a Halloween party on Saturday night, Halloween party at a friend's house, trick-or-treating, and the list goes on. Parade at school. So I was a little bit more prepared in advance for that this year than I was last year. But I'm just exhausted. And I'm trying to be a good mom and a good wife and also take care of myself. And I only have one child. And it's hard. So to all of you out there who are struggling and have more than even one child, I don't know how you do it, but know that you're not alone, and it is just a daily struggle. And as you can see, I just barely made it to the shower by noon today in time to make this quick video and get on the phone. But I showered and I washed my hair and I got dressed. That was my scripture. It was something about getting dressed this past year that I was focusing on. So I hope you will continue to at least stick around for this video diary with me and find out where it leads and how it continues to impact not only my life but also Rest Ministries, because there's a lot of exciting changes going on in the background right now and plans I'm making and taking before the Lord to see what He thinks about them. So I look forward to sharing those with you when the time is right. Thanks.